Scouts and Scouters. My name's Steve Porter, and if you haven't met me already, I'm the camp director here at Pioneer Scout Reservation. And today I'm here with Chris Reynolds, and he's one of the head rangers as well as the council camping director at Erie Shores Council. And we wanted to take some time to show you some of the projects we've been working on, but more specifically, one project that we've been working on a lot out here at camp, which is our new handicrafts / training center, which you can see in the background over here. And what I really wanted to do with this specific video is I wanted to be able to ask Chris some questions, because he's been leading the team of volunteers and the full-time staff here at Pioneer Scout Reservation on all of the tasks, and pretty much been, you know, the main person in directing the construction of this building. So I wanted to have him here today just so he can answer some questions for us and tell us a little bit about what we've been doing up until this point. So I think it would be helpful, though, to have a little bit of a background. So, Chris, when did we get started working on this building? When did we really start, creating the footprint to set it into place?
Yeah, well, it actually started about 4 years ago. We were actually currently working on the quartermaster building that we were building, and the Ohio Painters Union, Painters and Decorators Union in Toledo came to us and said, "Hey, we think we can get you a $30,000 gift to refurbish the existing handicrafts building." And it sounded like a great idea, so we kind of went through the process of what will we do to that building. And when we decided that it just didn't make sense to try to make that building big enough to what we really needed nowadays at the current location, that's kind of what started us out to come down this trail and start from scratch with a brand new building, and then we'll leave the old handicrafts for a renovation to a STEM building.
Sure.
So that's where it kind of all started. And obviously we took a lot of the input that we had over the years. During summer camp we get all kinds of feedback that, hey, we want more showers, hey, we want a tornado shelter, hey, we need more indoor meeting space for adult leaders, and so on. And bringing all those together, we were able to create a design, I think, that has met most of those requirements, or requests anyway, and that's kind of where we're at now.
So, and just so we can really reiterate this is not just a handicrafts building that we're building right now. This is it's a much larger encompassing building that covers a lot more programs and facilities at camp. Correct? Yes,
it is.
Okay.
In a lot of respects, we just want to call it the training center at Pioneer because, yes, handicrafts is there, but it also has a huge room in the basement for adult leader training. It has a computer lab in it for anybody to come in and use. Along with welding merit badge and metalworking merit badge and all the traditional handicrafts badges. So I foresee a lot of training going on in here throughout the summers and also in the rest of the year.
And not only training and program facilities, but it's also adding facilities such as showers and restrooms to camp for this area of camp specifically.
Yes.
Okay.
We're over in this corner. We're kind of far away from showers. So we put in, there's 5 separate bathroom shower units in this building that will be accessible from either inside and outside, which will provide us with shower ability actually even in the winter. So those will be open for year-round use, and that way any troops that are coming out on weekends will actually have the ability to take a shower, which we have not had in the past because all our showers are winterized after summer camp.
That sounds awesome. It looks great from here. It looks like we've had a lot of progress. Why don't we take a look inside?
Sounds great.
Awesome. So here we are outside the building, and this is the front entrance, as I believe to be. So this is going to be the front entrance off the Cosa field, which if this dirt pile wasn't here, you'd be able to see pretty easily. And there's a lot of materials that I'm seeing out here. I know the siding's been going up on different areas, not necessarily this side. I'm seeing roofing on here. I'm seeing lots of steel structures, and from what I understand and from what I remember, when we were building this, we were trying to put a lot of materials in here that were sustainable and also were going to last a long time and produce a really quality building that's going to be here for a long, long time. What are some of the materials that we've decided to use?
Sure, Steve. Basically, with every other structure we have in camp, we've kind of learned a lot over the years, and we need things that are very low maintenance because there's just not enough manpower in the day to be able to keep up on everything. So with this building, we've chosen steel structure on the posts. Anything where critters might be able to scratch at it is all steel. The siding is all fiber cement, so it's a cement-based product, a very long durability, holds paint very well. We're going with top quality paints from Sherwin-Williams for everything on the building. And so what you also see on the roof is standing seam roofing, and the nice thing about that is it's got a 50-year warranty on it. Plus, it's 100% recyclable when we do have to go and replace it. So that's been our main goals, is try to pick materials that are going to last a long time with as little maintenance as possible.
Excellent. That sounds great. I mean, it's looking really nice. What are we looking at out here? Is there's still some work to be done on, I'm assuming there's concrete going in for like a porch and probably some landscaping and things that need to get finished up on the front end.
Yeah, we've got, this building actually has 2,300 square feet of covered porches that are all available for teaching classrooms or just sitting and enjoying yourself in the shade. They are all concrete up, that will be up underneath the porches. And so this area out in front will get all graded out. We've got a nice trail that's going to be kind of bringing it up from the Spiderweb area, along with Crockett and Beard Campsite are the two closest campsites.
Excellent, excellent. Well, yeah, it looks great from out here. Why don't we get inside and take a look and see, you know, what's inside the front door?
Sounds good.
Oh wow, this looks great.
Yeah, so what you're walking into is the main room when you first come in, and it's actually about the same square footage as the existing Handicrafts main room. So that's where it's all going to begin at. It's got a cathedral ceiling in here, and we built some trusses that up at the maintenance shop and set them in here, so they've got some real personalization of scouting on them. So it'd be really nice to have this as a main room. Off to either side we have classrooms. There's actually 2 classrooms on this side, and there's 1 classroom on the back side. And the showers, restrooms that I talked about are actually just right over here on the side. And there'll be a hallway that goes right to the outside over there. We also have a large kitchen area that will be in here that we'll actually probably do cookie merit badge at. So that'll be a new addition to the Handicrafts area. Might be a combined deal between Outdoor Skills and Handicrafts.
So with this main area, I know that this part right here, there's a lot of construction that still needs to go on with walls in the middle, but when we're all said and done, exactly how many classrooms are going to be on this first floor?
There are a total of 7 classrooms on this floor inside. So we have 5 that are all about the same size, and then we have 2 that are this large size that's basically the size of the existing.
And that's just this floor, that doesn't include the basement.
That's
floor.
correct.
Oh my gosh, so there's a lot of extra space to have more stuff even below. Awesome. Shower houses. How many showers are we talking? Like, what are we looking at?
There's actually there's 5 shower bathrooms. So there's a toilet, sink, and a shower all in one room.
Oh, okay.
So it's different than what we have everywhere else in camp. So when you go in, it's your private shower bathroom, so it can service the male, female, youth, or adults.
So 5 separate rooms, and each one of them has a shower, a toilet, and a sink inside.
That's correct.
Awesome. So it's almost like a mini bathroom 5 times.
Yes.
Awesome. Any other facilities that are going on in that area in terms of?
We have a janitorial room, but that's it.
But that's more of a staff janitorial
Yes.
room. Okay, gotcha. Excellent, excellent. And I noted that we've talked about this in the past, but we are planning on using this as a rental building in the fall.
Yes.
And the spring.
Yeah, the plan is to convert 3 of the rooms into sleeping quarters.
Okay.
And then one of these large rooms would be the eating area, and then the kitchen would also be part of the rental. So it should sleep up to about 60 people.
Oh my gosh.
And then if you have a smaller unit, we'll probably just rent you one of the rooms. You'll still have the whole building, but you only have access to one of the sleeping spaces for a reduced price if you have a smaller unit.
Excellent, excellent. Well, that sounds great. I mean, this sounds like we're going to be able to use the building year round.
That's the plan. Yes.
Excellent. Perfect. Well, that sounds great. Why don't we take a look outside and we can look at the porches before we go downstairs?
Sounds good.
Awesome. So this is one of the porches, and I know we talked that there's a lot of square footage of porches. This whole area right here is huge. Was this not included in your classroom count on the inside?
No, it's not actually. So there's
Okay.
4 more classrooms outside on these porches. And they are all accessible from ground level. Also, there's a bridge that comes around the outside of the building so that everything can be wheelchair accessible for the upstairs and the downstairs. And so there's plenty of space to be able to sit up here and watch a thunderstorm moving through or take a merit badge class.
Gotcha, gotcha. And I noticed we're still down to the steel structure right here. I'm assuming this is going to get concrete later on.
Yes, it's
Okay.
got this again. It's all a steel structure on this building, and it has a concrete deck on it. And but though a more expensive option, we went that way so that we could provide a true tornado shelter in the basement.
Oh, that sounds great. That sounds great. And what a beautiful view. I mean, this entire building just looks over the entire lake right here, and not just for summer camp, but if you rented this out in the fall or in the spring.
Oh, absolutely. It'll be great for troops or company picnics or family get-togethers.
Definitely. So I noticed that there's a large pile of, it's almost like coiled black flexible pipe. What's that going for?
Yeah, there's actually 12 coils, 600 feet long, and that pipe is actually for our geothermal heat system. So again, to be the most cost-effective and best for the environment, we're putting in geothermal heat pumps to both heat and cool this building. So those will get drilled in underneath the woods, about 5 feet deep, and they will circulate water out through the woods and grab heat out of the earth to heat the building, and vice versa in the summer.
So we're actually using the temperature of the ground to heat and cool this building.
That's correct.
That is cool. Awesome. Well, yeah, this looks beautiful. This looks awesome. I can't wait to see it though downstairs. We've still been talking about it.
Yeah, we've got a whole other floor to go.
All right.
So let's go down and take a look.
All right, sounds great.
Cool.
So here we are, kind of below that deck that we were just standing on, and this is like the main entrance into the basement. And the first thing that caught my eye is, oh my gosh, these walls are nice and thick. What is up with these walls? I noticed there's like a foam covering on the outside as well.
Yeah, actually they're called Fox blocks, but they're an ICF, and that stands for insulated concrete form. So what we have is a 17 1/4 inch wide form. It's got 2 5/8 foam on either side. And then you set up all the rebar inside the wall and then pour the concrete. So we have a 12-inch thick concrete wall, and then that basically 5 inches of foam, which really insulates it very well and will again help us with our air conditioning costs and heating costs. Not to mention it creates a huge envelope for our tornado shelter. And along with the concrete being so heavy and thick, we did also opt for a steel structure in here. So you have steel bar joists sitting on some really big steel beams that support all the concrete upstairs, again providing for that great tornado shelter.
Oh, it looks amazing. Can we go inside and take a look?
Yeah,
at
sure.
Awesome. All right, so this is the basement, and I don't know how the filming's going, but there's an echo in here, so if you can't hear us very well, that's it. But it is cavernous. This is a huge basement. Tell me a little bit about what we're doing down here in the basement.
Sure. Well, on the far side, the room we're currently standing in actually is the leader training room. So this is a huge room, and it's about 40 by 70 feet long. And then it has 2 restrooms down here also, no showers on this floor, but 2 restrooms, and there'll be a little coffee bar in that leader training room. So this will also double as the tornado shelter area, which is again why it's so large, but we'll definitely be using it both ways. We have a storage room off the side here for all the tables and chairs, and then there will still be a wall that goes across right about where the man lift is, and we'll have a computer lab on the far corner, the metalworking and welding classrooms will be down here, and then the actual welding will be happening outside on the covered porches again. So that can happen now, rain or shine, doesn't matter, and they're in a nice outdoor open environment.
Well, that sounds awesome. This is huge. I mean, I cannot get over how large this is, and I know the leaders are really going to appreciate this extra space, because right now we're really cramped up in Loftus Lodge, so this will be a lot of extra space that we can hold CPR trainings, leader-specific trainings, some of the introduction stuff, some of our aquatics trainings. I think it's going to be awesome. I know everyone's asking, but so when's it going to be done?
Well, the plan is we've always intended to try to do as much as we can in-house, and with that, we can't set a firm date ever because it just all depends on what happens to pop up. We only have 3 full-time rangers out here at the camp, and that's it. We try to fit it in our schedule whenever we can. So our hopeful date is the first day of camp in 2021. So 1 year basically from about now.
Sure.
We hope to have it all complete, ready to go for a program.
That sounds awesome, but I know there's still a lot of work to do as well. What's the next step? What are we working on, right now that we're working on to get moving in the right
Sure.
direction?
Well, one of the things we chose early on was to do a polished concrete floor. and that involves hours and hours and hours of grinding concrete, and it's so much easier to do that before all the walls are up. So that's kind of why you've seen a lot of rooms that don't have all the walls yet, so we want to get the concrete finished up at least to a point where it's easier to finish prior to building the walls. Then once all the rest of the walls are in, then we'll get the electrical contractor in to do all his work. The plumbing contractor is almost complete now with his rough in, and then after both of those are done, we'll get all our internet wiring in and all that kind of stuff before we start insulating, and then drywall, painting and finishing on the inside. For now though, we're concentrating on the outside as the concrete grinding process continues, and again, that's one of those manpower situations when we have people available at the time.
Sure, sure. I mean, it looks great, and I honestly can't wait to see some of the drywall go up, but I think that a huge thank you needs to go out to the full-time staff who are here. I know you and Dave Porter and Jeff Rostach have been working a lot of hours on this, as well as a huge list of volunteers and part-time staff, but I can't even express how amazing it is, all the stuff that we've already accomplished on this building. I plan on stopping by when the drywall's up so we can film another video.
Oh, absolutely.
That would be amazing. So,
yeah.
Thank you so much, and yeah, thanks for showing me around. It was great.
Sure.
Excellent.